What's going on, everyone? It's your boy L to the B, and I have no idea why my lighting looks so much better right now. I mean, what I do? I just opened up the lights over there. This is strange because normally I look like a darkened version of me, right? Kept these blinds closed. You can't see anything in the background because, of course, I used the background overlay. But here we are. Here we are. What can we talk about? What can I explain? What can I share for you with you today? My back pain, I've had this little weird pain that's been going on. It kind of reacts to sugar a little bit. I don't know if I'm having blood sugar regulations and that affects some certain areas of my body. I have no idea. When you get older and you have a lot of weird energies that are just changing overall in the space that we're experiencing, then you're subject to having problems from time to time. But I don't know. I took some berberine. I'm hoping that that's like the game changer, and I think it is. I'm already feeling a lot better because as soon as the pain started hitting, I was like, let me berberine it. Took that and it was just like do 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 do. But my energy, I had some brownies, and you're like, wow, why would you eat brownies? I mean, like, come on, guys, we gotta have a little bit of fun, right? If we're getting in super health, and especially with my heart conditions, my veins, my breathing capacities, and all that kind of like shortness on breath that I was experiencing for a while, that's really gone. Like I don't know that I can improve my state that much, but I feel like a lot of it was because I was taking vitamin K2, MK7, which is what I preach about a lot. And a lot of people have reported that when they go to their doctor and they get their examination and they find that their plaquing is extreme, that they get put on. Some doctors are smart enough to recommend them to do the K2. And there's so many good studies out there to kind of back this up. But they would put them on the K2. Next thing you know, they come back for their next exam, and months later, they have a 0 plaque score, basically meaning that all their plaques cleared up. So they were like, boom, and I feel like a healthy individual. I'm in the same boat. I'm trying this kind of pathway because, let's be honest, when doctors tell you there's no way of clearing up your plaque and you're screwed for the rest of your life, that's pretty daunting. I mean, you got there some kind of way. Maybe there are some ways you can reverse it. They've even figured out how to reverse your age. So if you can reverse age and the telomere destruction of your DNA, anything's possible in my opinion. It should be any ways. You guys don't understand infinite energy, or at least I speculate with it too much. Maybe I'm speaking from my own mouth here. But when you put infinity in the equation, it changes everything. It does not mean that one size or one definite absolute fits all. So I'm learning that in my lifetime right now. But why did I do this sugar? So I took it, and within like quick, short bursts, I had momentum again. So I'm starting to find that I'm lacking in some kind of calorie density. Something is going on that my body requires nutrients or something, and I'm lacking in some other fashion. I have not figured this out completely. It's probably going to be a little bit of more of a journey. I could be even low on testosterone. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's not like I have a problem with erections. Like, for all intents and purposes, I am doing really well. Even having some of my little hair come back on my head was like another thing that I didn't anticipate to happen. So cool. Maybe I could at this point I could use something probably like Rogaine or whatever and get it to probably finish generating, have my hair back. So I don't know what's impossible anymore. But I will tell you something. So they say that like right up here, if you guys, anybody has like the thinning hair problem or shortness of hair, whatever that problem is, they say that at the top of your skull right here, the skin becomes more and more tight. It starts to stick to the skull. And I think this is for females as well. So anyone that's having these issues, what I've started to do is I've been trying to just basically loosen up the skin here on my skull, because I'm be honest with you, before I did this, there was a spot right in here, and I mean, I can't believe I feel the difference now, but it was flat. It was so stuck to my skull compared to everything else in this section. So I started like massaging it. Like at first I used like suction cups to kind of pull it, and then it left marks on my head. I was like, whatever, I don't care. But I think it helped loosen the skin up off my skull. And well, I don't know why this happens, but it's a commonality that the people that have thinning of hair, they all have their skin getting more and more tight and stuck to their skull as they get older. That's a normal function. So if you can figure out a way to loosen that, and then hopefully get some stuff that you can put on. I don't know. I can't recommend anything until it's working good. But if you find something that kind of helps with the blood flow, you might experience hair regrowth. Yeah, learning. Probably this part of my skull, which started, it's like it was really tight. Now I can kind of get a little bit of skin. There is hope. And it's not like I really, like being bald for so long is fine. I mean, here's what I will say. I don't mind being bald. It's not like I have a terrible looking head for it. But the problem that I have is that I like diversity. So I would like to be bald at times, and then I would love to have hair at times. Wouldn't it be great to just switch it up? So I like doing that, and that's what I'm actually anxious for. It ain't always about the looks with me, but it's nice to switch up my looks because I've been a guy that's always doing that. Hell, you see me now, I'm shaving again. So I don't know. So the lady, she came up with something for us to do today, me and the little one. We can go over and spend some time at this event place. They've got rides and food and so much. I'm weighing it out. It just started here 18 minutes ago, but I'm seeing when I want to go over there. Maybe she doesn't want to go today. I know tomorrow for sure we're talking about going to the baseball game, so that might be something to hit up. But I'm in between of going and not going today. But it's like it's for my daughter too, so it's kind of like it would be fun just to go for her sake, and maybe she'd have a good time. And I'm more for it for her, and I think it would benefit me too. I would feel good just her having fun there. But I want to make sure my energy is intact, my motivation's up. I've got some mojo. I do not like being in places without energy. It sucks. Or I'm just not have a good drive vitality moment. So I need to keep praying for that. I've been slacking. So I want to get that back up, back in charge. And yeah, rolling the dice with it. That's pretty much all I have to report. I got me a new computer chair. Planning on switching out this leather one. But I got a gaming bonded leather. Oh, I wish they would make the same thing with leather. It's like, give people what they want. They'll buy it if you make it. There's an idea somebody can make a freaking computer chair that's with leather that is a gaming chair. It would sell out. Gosh, I think you all know it. This is everybody's functionality right now. Everybody's stationary, like sitting in chairs. And this one, unfortunately, God rest your soul, is one of my clients that passed away. Ended up getting his chair. I got this computer desk from another person that moved out of their house. One of the biggest. This is substantially a solid desk. This is like an attorney's computer desk. It's insanely nice. Maybe not doesn't look the fanciest, but it is all intents purposes great. I do like certain things that are, what is the word? IKEA based looking, like cheap. I don't mind cheaper computer, desks that look like that. But when you have a solid one and you can fit everything on it and you see everything, it's just amazing. I don't know. It's not too big. It's not one of those ultra fit to the wall things. That would get on my nerves. I need it to be somewhat compact. But anyways, gosh, I just feel like rambling on because I got all this energy from the brownie, from the little chocolate brownies. I'm just like, I want to do work, cleaned up in the house. So anyway, I can't wait to put the computer chair together later today. But I'm thinking about rolling the dice and going to this event and just doing that other part later. I don't know. What else is there to talk about? What else is there to have fun with? I gotta get on my channels, my YouTube channels, and start making some content. I did come up with one that I think is going to be pretty cool, talking about Hollywood people. Yeah. Got to get it going. Good, Chris. I have so much in my head that it's hard for me to be outside it. And honestly, some people are so far outside that they can't get inside. I'm the exact opposite. I'm going to tell you something. Why I know myself to be this Sigma and to be an introvert. I mean, I think the Sigmas are the epitome of introvert. So why do I know this so strong about it? I mean, I've been told my whole life. When I was playing basketball in high school, I was a mentalist. So I always was carving out all these little strategic moves and situations to do what I had to do in the game. And I can already pinpoint a lot of times what the heck was going wrong with other teammates and how to better position myself so that I could play with them and they could play back. So it was like my mental game was there, but then I was always getting stoned in high school, so that would kind of flatten it out. But here's what my coach would constantly say: don't think, play. Don't think, play. And he was constantly letting me know this every single time when I was on a play. He's like, stop thinking, play. And I knew what he was saying, but it was like trying to do it was not capable. So that is who I am. I'm a thinker. I'm always in my head running equations and strategies and silly shit. And somebody might value what the hell I've got going on, but I will say this, like, it's not a fun place to be when it gets cluttered. It's better. It's like there's far more room out here than it is here. So I don't know what kinds of virtual hard drives I've created, but it is a lot, especially when I have so many things and agendas. Like, I keep track of all of it, and I don't want to. I want to be able to put out of my mind some of this stuff. Like, it gets back to Stephen Covey's quadrant system, not with Robert Kawasaki's quadrant system, but we're talking about Stephen Covey's, where they got to go somewhere. Something is important and urgent. Something is not important and urgent. Something's not important and not urgent. And something is urgent and not important. So you got to understand, like, there's all those things happening to you. And why I can say it so easily is because I've reviewed his material 10, 11 years ago. And it was like, duh. It made complete sense. I even made my systems I started structuring out a lot of my life like that. And I can't even tell you if it worked. I'm going to be honest. It's like when you have gurus that tell you to set things in place and to make strategies and all this kind of stuff so you can discipline yourself, you may find yourself you're not that well disciplined and that you have a habit of being undisciplined. So, and I know I can't always help you with that. You can't help yourself with that. That's not an easy thing to fix. I'm still in the search for it. It's not like 100%. Even if I can get it to 50 to 60%, I think that would be some wins. You know what? I'm going to give you your answer. Keep ignoring it for me. Pray about it. Everybody tells you if they got a problem or something about it, pray about it. Pray it to the universe. Pray to this void. Pray to this energy out here that you don't know is happening right alongside of you. Remember, you are only perceiving a small a blip of this entire thing. Just a little bit. And for you, it's everything. It's not the truth. So if you know, and I know, and we all know, we need to acknowledge and keep track that there are bigger forces than us, and we're a part of them. So just ask for help. I have one of the hardest times doing that, Lord knows. And I'm going to start doing that with this YouTube. Guys, I need your help. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll keep doing it in all these videos. Some of them you watch, some of them you don't. I'm always wondering why people are interested in some of the things I talk about. Like, when I get on subject matter, like narcissism, I'm pulling up like a category. It's like I go through my filing cabinet. And as long as I take that subject and I really expound upon it, people love it. They get into it. They start watching it. I see it in the analytics, and I'm like, people like drama. I've noticed people really do like drama. There's not very many positive orientation stuff out there. Like, and what? I want to join the club because people like it. I need to be it. I'm still searching for better ways or good ways to behave or participate in that space without compromising my energy integrity. And it's not always easy. I'm getting better, I guess. I don't really even know, but I have allegiances to other people that I think about and care about. Like, I don't like having friends that I don't contact and stay in touch with. My buddy had a kid. I called him, left a voicemail. He didn't call back. That's it. You think, well, he should touch base back with you, man. Like, that's his. If he chose not to, it's on his end now. No, I can really reach out a couple times, see how he's doing, but no. The way life has worked itself out, if I don't say something to someone in social media, I don't care about them. I can reach more, I can have a better impression on my friends, letting them know that I care through social media. It is like, I don't know. I can't do it really well. I'm not that great with social media. I can be outstanding. Don't get me wrong. I posted things on there and it just goes apes. And people come pouring in all their love and cute stuff and this attention-seeking approval. I really think social media sucks. This is one of the separating factors. You think it keeps people connected. Well, we haven't figured out a good way to do that. Some people take full advantage of it. Some people exploit it. And now, because it's a bad candy. I made a video a long time ago, probably years ago, where I talked about how there will be a fight on drugs, right? Well, there's already been the fight on drugs. But there's also the fight or the war on your spirit, and that's psychology. So the war on spirit and psychology is there will be these things that we are consuming because it all falls back on consumption. And so they will prohibit hardcore drugs like heroin and all this other stuff, right? Even though they allow sugar and cigarettes. I don't want to go there. But they will prohibit these major, whatever they call them, horrible drugs. Even if they could probably be managed. Somebody might be able to manage it better. Because we already know the addiction level between heroin and sugar is night and day. Some people go years. I think one of the fathers of John Hopkins was a heroin addict. And the only way he got caught was that he admitted to it. I think he ended up detoxing. His withdrawal symptoms made it clear to everybody after that. Otherwise, nobody had a clue. So, I really don't know if it's okay that we allow all these different things into our space or we prohibit the shit out of them. You got something to say? Comment. Put something in the comments line. I'm thinking about making some videos on some of this topic stuff. I mean, sure it's something to run around with and kind of challenge and maybe produce some stats and see what the hell people think, but they're just discussions. We really don't know. We really do not know. Anyways, guys, I love you. I talked like a crazy bandit today. If you're interested, great. If not, I just vented my sugar out, I think. And now, since with all my busy body behavior, I'm going to figure out what else to do next with my day. Probably finish organizing a little bit more in my room. My daughter says she likes it. I like it too. I like the freedom of thinking. You guys have a beautiful, wonderful Saturday. And I look forward to speaking with you later, either today or tomorrow. Cheers. And thanks for all of your attention, if you give it. Thanks.